Hi everyone, welcome to another part of the Ethereum series. If you have been wondering what EIPs and ERCs are all about, we have got you covered with this series of videos. Goal is simply to get a good understanding of various EIPs and ERCs in the Ethereum ecosystem. Unlike the previous parts, this is an open-ended collection of videos. I'll keep on adding new videos to this part as I cover more and more EIPs and ERCs. So do subscribe to the channel so that you get notified whenever a new video goes live. There'll be no particular order to the EIPs and ERCs. You can simply search and watch whatever is relevant for you. Now to make the best out of these videos, it's important that you should already know the basics of Solidity and the basics of Ethereum. If you don't know it or need a refresher on those, I have a playlist for both on my channel. So you can check out the ETH002 or ETH001 for Ethereum basics and Solidity basics respectively. Apart from these two, each EIP or ERC will also have some other prerequisites. I'll mention them at the start of each video. Now, before we get started with any EIP or ERC, let's first try to understand what these mean exactly. So, it all started with BIPs. BIPs are Bitcoin Improvement Proposals. These were introduced to propose and implement protocol level changes on the Bitcoin protocol or Bitcoin network. Now, the core idea behind BIPs is to have community involvement in shaping the protocol's development. Since Bitcoin is an open source protocol for the masses, it was important to find a way to improve it in that way. And that's why BIPs were introduced. So, EIPs or Ethereum Improvement Proposals are a similar thing for the Ethereum network. These are ways by which you can propose improvements to the Ethereum protocol. ERCs, on the other hand, stand for Ethereum Requests for Comment, and they define certain rules and specifications for creating new kind of applications or smart contracts on the Ethereum network. So ERCs are a subset of the EIPs, and the core distinction there is EIPs are meant for protocol level changes while ERCs are meant for defining certain standards or specifications. For example, if you want to change something about how EVM works or how gas calculation is done or how nodes will operate, it would come under the EIP category. On the other hand, if you are defining some kind of common specification or a template for how something should be done, like how fungible tokens should be managed or how non-fungible tokens should be executed and managed, for those kind of purposes, ERCs are there. The core idea remains the same, that there should be the involvement of Ethereum community in shaping its own development. Now there are multiple EIPs and ERCs. I'll just list a few so that you have some context of what we are talking about. Some common EIPs are EIP214, which introduced the static call opcode on the EVM. Then there was EIP150, which introduced a 63 by 64 rule for gas calculation while executing a transaction. And then there was EIP712, which introduced some specification for hashing and signing the transaction data. Similarly, there are some common ERCs like ERC20 for fungible tokens, ERC721 for non fungible tokens, ERC1155 that supports both fungible and non fungible tokens in the same contract. Now, there are many more EIPs and ERCs, and I'll cover them one by one. Don't worry if you cannot understand an EIP or ERC in one go. Often, you would need to understand a few underlying concepts first so that you are able to understand the context of why an EIP or ERC exists in the first place. So, don't stress, take breaks, and go easy on yourself. Also, if you want to learn more about EIPs and ERCs, you can check out this page on the Ethereum documentation called Ethereum Development Standards. And here you'll get a lot more details about the EIPs and ERCs. There's also one more website called eips.ethereum.org. It is basically a compilation or sort of a library of all the EIPs that have been there. It contains the approved, the rejected, the still in discussion EIPs. So do check it out. Do check out this particular section where they give you more details about what could be the various stages of an EIP. And there's this EIP, the very first EIP purpose and guidelines. So basically, this is an EIP for how EIPs should be, and you can see that it was proposed in 2015. So from the table of contents, you can see that it described what an EIP should be, the rationale behind including EIPs, various types of EIPs, the workflow, and various other details. So do check out this EIP as well. You don't need to go through it completely and understand it completely. Just skim through it so that you have a high level understanding of the various details about EIPs. So yeah, do check out these three links. I'll add them in the description below. Now before we move ahead to the next video in the series, I have one small request. It takes a lot of effort for me to make these videos. I have to spend a lot of time in designing the structure of these parts, researching and organizing the information, and then recording, editing, and uploading the videos on YouTube. I'm doing this because there's a huge information gap in Web3 as it is still a nascent industry. There are not many good resources out there to help someone understand how things actually work in Web3. For building robust and specially secured apps, we need to have a community of well informed Web3 developers. So, this is just my way of making contributions in that direction. So, I request you to like the videos if you find them useful. Comment your queries or leave any feedback or suggestions on how I can make them better. Share the videos in your developer circle, be it in Discord channels, Telegram groups, Slack, wherever your circle is. Share it with your circle so that more and more people can benefit from these videos. And also subscribe to the channel so that you get updated whenever a new video goes live on the channel. These four simple actions on your part won't take much time, but they'll benefit this channel a lot. They'll help the YouTube algorithm understand who all are finding these videos helpful and recommend them to more such people. This would ultimately build a well informed Web3 developer community. So do like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next.